Hello, 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 hello. Yo, what's up? Yeah, nothing much. Chilling. Yeah, I don't know. They hate me. Go ahead. With your bad self.
Yeah, we didn't have an intro, did we?
I don't. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. You were
Not that I don't remember because it's been so long.
back with the Flycast for our, it's just another week, another Flycast. Back on our regular.
Facts. Back on, still on schedule.
Back in the Mac on the back of
Packing
the
the
act.
Mac in the back of the act.
Yeah,
of the Ford.
Wait, did we look at the camera or no? I mean, last week when we did this, did we look at the camera?
They have no idea what's going on.
What? All right, so I feel like we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot has happened in the last week since we've done the last Flycast.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Yeah, just starting.
I don't know. What's going on? What's going on in your life?
In my life, I think I was single the last time we did a podcast.
Are you serious?
What?
No way.
I want you to think about that. What I told you yesterday.
You were single?
Is about to be. Well, we're shingle. It's about to be.
Wow.
And I'm about to have not been single for 6 months.
Wow.
That's how long it's been.
There's no way.
It is, because I think the last time was when I first moved into Seth's house, into Seth's room.
Wow.
Time has flown,
dude. Time flies.
Time does super fly.
That's like whenever we were playing basketball today, and you were talking to the camera, and you were like, you said something like, "I haven't played since high school," and I know a lot of you guys are in high school, but like for me, that's six years
ago. Dude,
for me, that's 2009.
Damn.
But I haven't really played since 2007.
A decade.
10th grade would be 2007, so 10 years.
That's crazy.
Since I played basketball.
It's so nuts that you're almost 30 too. Not 32, like you're almost 30.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, 20.
Yeah.
I swear I was just 22,
yeah.
and now I'm about to be 26.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Dude, as soon as you turn 22, it starts. You're like birthdays are not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Because 21, it's like you've hit it.
21's the last enjoyable.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know.
I mean, birthdays are cool, but
they're
birthdays
always
aren't
fun.
I don't make a big deal about my birthday.
Yeah.
At all.
No, neither do I. It used to be like a thing. Now it's like, oh yeah, my birthday's tomorrow.
My birthday's tomorrow. I mean, it's different for me because I try to do something cool stream wise, but
I
definitely don't like birthday parties.
I didn't feel bad, but whenever it was Pamage's birthday, it's like for him, it's like, how old did he turn?
21.
Was it his 21st?
Yeah.
And I don't know if we did anything, did we?
I think he went home. Something happened.
But it's like for him, it's like 21.
Yeah,
but it's like when he lives with everyone else that's older, it's just like.
He's the last one.
We get it, but it's like we don't even think of birthdays.
Yeah.
Like anything.
And there was still some hype when Seth turned 21 too, because there were so many people that weren't 21.
Yeah, when Seth did, that was like the finally weekend.
Yeah. That's crazy. So yeah, 5 months. Going on 6 months since the last Flycast.
Wow.
A lot has changed.
I don't know. Has much changed?
A lot has changed for me, I feel like.
Really?
As far as what I do is a little bit different than what I used to do. As far as business wise. I don't know. What about you, man? How about you?
Same stuff here.
How was your
I'm a music producer now.
No, you're not a music producer. You get paid salary to make beats for Vision.
No, I don't even want to fucking. Yeah, not get into it, but it's no, mocking it.
Yeah.
How people I don't want to mock people that look at it that way, because even if they are talking shit, I just understand.
Yeah.
from like a psychological, like, I get it.
Yeah. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, there's a vision that came out 2 weeks ago called Vibe. It was just about like basically the whole vibe and optic. That's why we named it that. The whole vibe and optic was just kind of murky, I guess. I don't know what else to say. It was kind of weird. And we at that point we knew Proof was going to move in like a week after that, or I did. I don't think you knew till
I know he
walked
was
in.
moving in. I just didn't know when.
Yeah, so we knew that was going to happen. So we went ahead and made that. It was about the Call of Duty team losing, and then also content was going through some weird times in optic, and so we put you at the very end of that, talking to Hex. And there's a lot of like misconception.
That's all anyone cared about.
Yeah, that's all anyone cared about.
That was the vision.
It was definitely the most controversial vision we ever put out.
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
Me?
Yeah, why you?
Dude, I don't think about. Okay, sometimes, actually, very, very rarely will I respond on Twitter to like shit talk. Almost never. Rarely in my stream. I don't like talk shit on camera.
Right.
But somehow, like, there's controversy. Like, somehow there's hate
towards
like,
you
around my name.
Yeah.
I guess now more than ever.
Definitely now.
But like, as for at least controversy, somehow just around my name. It's just like I don't like.
It is kind of crazy. It's like you stayed so far out of it that
I'm like
you're in
far.
it now.
I'm just like a dude that
didn't do.
I'm like the dude upstairs who like likes being in his room and chilling, and then it's like it came to a point where everyone's just like, "Who the fuck's the guy upstairs? What the fuck is he doing there?"
That is super true. I mean, I get it. I get both sides of it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's different for me too because I like see what's happening on this side of things where not everybody can. Ooh, damn.
Felt good.
So yeah, in that vision, you talk about how you wanted to do music, and you wanted to basically tackle music from the side of the business side of optic, where I tackle videography and production and stuff like that from the business side.
Like I said in my video, it wasn't like
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I haven't watched your video. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, in my video, I said when you and Pamaj walked in my room and like we started randomly talking about that.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of editing my video of like my return to YouTube. Yeah. So it was like people. It looked like it was. I think it was something that I don't know if it should have been envisioned or not because it just wasn't. I guess it should because it is something that has to do with optic, and it was obviously interesting for the people to hear about that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it just wasn't planned out. And
There wasn't a complete.
It was just like a idea,
right?
Like thrown at Hex, kind of.
Yeah, which happens.
Not really thrown at Hex because we've been talking. Everyone in the house knows I've been like working on music and learning how to. Like it's not just you don't just make beats. Like that's like saying you just want to start editing videos. Like you had to learn how to like do all that shit. You had to learn how to shoot
what you want to shoot. Yeah.
Premeditate like how you're going to do the whole video.
Right. Yeah.
Like that stuff takes a while to learn. And but I've been doing that for a little bit, but not long enough for sure. Cuz to make good music, it's a lot to learn. But so just throwing that randomly out there was kind of just like that would be a cool thing to put under optic. But when we put it in vision, it just it made it seem like it was going. It's now a thing.
Yeah. It was definitely just like because I remember you started talking, And for sometimes when we have those talks, like if we have them in the living room, we have them in the kitchen, or we have them in the kitchen at the CS:GO house, it's like we knew that we were going to have this talk and we needed to have it, but we also knew going into it that I was going to be filming it for Vision. It doesn't mean it's set up, because it's not set up. Nothing's been set up in Vision except for that one thing with Shazam at the door, because obviously it's like a skit. Yeah. But so it hasn't been set up, but usually it's planned that we're not going to talk about this until the camera's present. This time it was like Nick sat down, or you sat down. I guess I should stop. I don't know. You sat down and you were like, you even said,
it went from just like, hey, Hex is coming over, and I was like, hey, whenever you get here, I'm gonna talk to you about something.
Yeah.
And then when we like sat down, I was like, hey, get the camera.
Yeah, I said that. I was like, Aaron, get the camera. Yeah. And then Aaron started recording because I knew I was gonna have to chime in.
So it wasn't like a announcement.
Yeah.
For me.
Exactly. Yeah.
That I'm like quitting YouTube and doing music.
I just can't. I
like,
can't believe.
Kind of like the retiring thing. Like like with that, it was like an announcement, and then all the talk about it afterwards. But this, it was like just like a random talk that was caught on camera.
And it's just it's just crazy the amount of like misconception that came from that video.
But I also understand it because I didn't have it, because it was not such a random thing, but because it was so abrupt, I guess we just like go from just like chilling, talking in my room, to like talking to Hex about it, but it's on camera. So it's like nothing in my head is really like pre-planned of what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Like
it wasn't even a complete thought. You just kind of
it wasn't like, it was like
you were just
piecing it's
it
like
together.
Chilling with your friends, but we just happen to be in the same business.
Yeah.
And just like discussing ideas.
Yeah.
Or like stuff that would be cool, or stuff I would like to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. It was just so much came out of it. And then like when Hex, I feel like you had to defend yourself. I had to defend myself. And even like Hex had to defend himself. And it went from being like a casual conversation to just everyone like.
So just like suddenly it's like
hostile almost. Like it was weird. It was definitely weird.
It was weird, but how it was talked about and the fact that it was on Vision, I can see why.
Yeah.
Because no one in the house or Hex, like, we don't look at it like weird.
Yeah,
But because it was on Vision, and that's like a place where people, if it happens on Vision, it's like held to a higher kind of standard.
Yeah.
So when people see it on that, they're like, it just like hits them more. If that like makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm explaining this well at all, but so
Then,
that Subway was really good that we ate.
We released that Vision, then it kind of made me feel not good, obviously, because there was like so much negativity that came out of it, but there was also a lot of positivity, a lot of positive messages that people, or things that people had to say, because they were saying, this is what Vision is about, or should be about, or this is what we miss.
I agree, like that kind of stuff. Like I said I don't know if it should or shouldn't be, but at the end of the day, like, this is what we do and this is where we live. Like, that kind of stuff should be in Vision.
Yeah.
Not like it's like a reality show, but it's actually reality.
Actual reality. Yeah, I was about to say that. So yeah, that kind of made me feel good. People like saying that part, but it's like people would say that, and then I would be like, I would like read Twitter, and they'd be like, this is what I've missed in Vision. That was probably the best segment of Vision ever. And I would be like, damn, that's pretty nice. And then I'd go on Reddit and be like, I can't believe
like
Hitch has gotten 6 raises and he hasn't done anything. And I'm just like, there's like a pros and cons to everything. It's, I wish, it's like, I love being transparent, but I hate that I can only be semi-transparent. I wish I could just tell everybody everything.
Yeah.
But obviously you can't. So that happened. Then a week later, Proof moved in. It was like the best Vision.
Yeah.
It's like the most positive.
I feel like people should look at one thing we can all agree on, and you can tell by everyone in that house, is that our content and my content was shit. Let's just say as a whole, me definitely included Bo's mic.
Yeah.
Anyone, just say our content as a whole was shit. And that's one thing we can all agree on. You could tell by everyone's attitude in the house.
It's something that like we didn't want to say for a long time.
Yeah, every time we
not
talked about it, or anytime we did talk about it, like you could tell it was bad.
Yeah.
And like, so when the fans are giving a shit for that, it's like, we understand.
Yeah.
But it's like,
we're never going to say, like, we weren't, nobody was saying, what are you talking about? Our content's great. Like,
yeah.
Like we knew.
I feel like as people looking into like our lives, if you see us, everyone like getting along and there's no tension within us, like it's all good. And I'm saying that to say this, like the music thing, it wasn't like, there's no like stress behind it.
Yeah.
There's no like fucking, I'm trying to think of a way to explain this.
There's no hostility.
Yeah, there's no like hostility behind it. There's no negativity behind it within us.
Yeah,
so it's
true.
like, why does everyone else have such a negative look at it?
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes from obviously your own supporters and fans missing your content, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And then everybody else just kind of backpacking, because it wasn't just you. It was like there was like 6 different things that happened in Optic all at one time, and it just
And then I was the fucking, I was the what is it?
Snowball?
What is it called? The lick or the wick?
The wick.
Oh, I was the wick.
And you just yeah. Yeah, it's just like a lot of things happened in Optic, and it just kind of snowballed this like negative energy.
Yeah.
And it got real bad.
But I think we'll look back. For one, everyone watching right now, I'm probably doing a really bad at explaining this. But I can literally read comments already.
Yeah.
In my head.
Everything I say is a YouTube comment response to what I say.
But I think, actually, I don't think, I know, in just like everything else in life, 6 months from now, we'll look back at this and it'll be like, remember this time? And it'll like almost be like funny, but like a good time.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like those were the good old days. Yeah. When we were just getting, remember how much we would get roasted? Like I miss those days.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because you'll hear like people even in the house now talk about times like that happened in 60/50.
Yeah.
It's like, remember when we were placing top 13 and never uploading YouTube videos and only streaming every once in a while?
Yeah.
And it's like now there's this whole different vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Dude, yeah, we could talk about that. Fucking, it's crazy how much it changed.
Yeah.
I've not trying to like boost my own bubble, but whenever I first, is that even a fucking
I don't think
boost
so.
my bubble?
I mean, you did it though,
If
so I
I'm
just kind of ran with it. You said boost my own bubble, and I was like, nah. Okay.
Hey, it makes
boost
sense.
the shit out of it.
Well, it doesn't make sense, but when you hear it, you get it. But let me guess. People, MaNiac's fucking high. No, I'm not high. I'm sick of hearing this.
All right.
Yeah, whenever I first moved in, fucking over 2 years. Jesus, fuck. Where's time went? Almost 2.5 years ago is when I moved in. Wow. Anyways, when I moved in almost 2.5 years ago at 60/50, daily uploading wasn't a thing unless you were Scumper Nade Shop.
Right.
I remember when I first when I first moved in, for the first maybe year or something, like I hardly even saw Hex.
Yeah.
Like,
I've heard the stories. I don't believe it, but I've heard the stories.
No, it's hard to believe now.
Yeah.
But like there was like Hex was like the
Just CEO.
not just CEO, but because I feel like he would hear that and be like, just CEO,
Yeah.
Bob. I only say that just for Hex, but yeah, Hex was just being the CEO.
Basically, he wasn't a streamer or daily vlogger.
Yeah.
He was
Hex, the CEO of Optic.
Exactly.
And like he would stop by every now and then and just say what's up or hang out or make a video. Because back then we'd come out with a video every now and then of all of us together, like a egg roulette, stuff like that. But it wasn't, and everyone loved it.
Yeah.
And it was just like me, Embo's, Mike.
Seth,
Who
Nate,
else lived there?
Big,
Will.
Big T. Yeah.
Will didn't upload, but he did stream a fuck ton.
Yeah.
He had that MLG contract.
Right.
But like the daily uploading
But
wasn't
before
a
the
thing.
MLG contract, Will didn't upload a video for like 8 months, and he didn't do anything because that's when he was like grinding stocks. I remember talking to Hex about it when I was on Intel. Anyway,
but it's crazy how much it just daily uploading, or people just expecting something every day, or it's crazy how much it's changed. Not saying that it's changed in a bad way, it's changed in a good way. Like, just look at 60-50 to
that's true.
Well,
I mean,
actually, not even, fuck that. Actually, I retract that statement, because going from, just because this house is bigger, it's more expensive, optics bigger as a org, it doesn't mean it's better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you, because people, I mean, there will be people for literally, unless Optic lives forever or until Optic dies, people are always going to say that the moments with Seth, Nate,
that's
and
probably
Proof,
that's like the golden years.
Yeah, those were like the best days in Optic. And
that's like when you ask, like when I talk about rap, I'll say,
Tupac
the
and
90s,
Are Nate
the
and
90s,
Seth the Tupac and Biggie?
Nate and Seth are Tupac and Biggie. I'm fucking
careful.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick wisely. Who am I? I'm fucking
Fetty Wap.
Nah, I'm like a little sooner than Fetty Wap.
You're the Soldier Boy.
No, so Rice Gum Soldier Boy.
You're the OJ the Juice Man of Optic. Oh God.
Yeah, maybe. I'm like I really can't think of anyone that wouldn't. I was thinking like a Young Jeezy.
Okay.
But like,
we'll go with Young Jeezy.
Young Jeezy is like a legend in his own sense.
That's very true. Of like
he like started a wave of like a type of rap.
Yeah. Well, you can.
So I was trying to think of something, but
you can start the music wave of Optic. Then
yeah, maybe I will be the Young Jeezy.
That's your Twitter bio tomorrow. The Young Jeezy of Optic.
That's my next tweet.
Yeah, so
that's how I come up with tweets, by the way. Just like shit like this.
Yeah. And then you just randomly tweet it because you think it's funny and everyone takes you seriously.
Shut the fuck up. Jeezy's the GOAT. You ain't shit. All right.
I got on Reddit the other day.
I was just sitting here like this, tweeting, but
I got on Reddit the other day and it was like, I think the exact like thread, or not thread, it was like comment. It was like, does anyone else read MaNiaC's tweets and just think they're like the inspirational stuff is cringy as fuck? And then somebody responded to him and was like, I unfollowed him like 6 months ago. And then the original guy who posted it was like, I unfollowed him too. I just check up on him sometimes.
I'm going to find that guy and block him just so he can't check up. He ain't checking up on nothing.
It was funny, dude. And then it's just like, and me reading that, I just like laugh because I'm like, I know how you tweet and I know you're not like, oh, I'm gonna inspire some fools today.
Yeah.
You just like say something. You're like, I'm the just like what you just did. I'm the Jeezy of Optic. Yeah. And you just put your phone away.
Yeah.
But anyway,
what kind of tweets do you see and you find cringy? Like what? Like that guy, how they look at my tweets, like cringy, and you just have to like unfollow them. You're like, I can't take this. What tweets do you see? I feel like we're gonna have the same answer.
Is it like self-deprecating?
Like
words?
Like the I'm so sad.
I'm so sad. I'm so
I hate
lonely.
life kind of thing.
Yeah, I hate life. Why me?
Actually, I don't know if I do hate that.
Dude, I can't stand it, man.
Because
I've had to mute so many people. It's just like if you constantly tweet about how bad your life is, like we've all been sad. We've all been frustrated. We all need an outlet to get it out on. Like we've talked about that.
Depressed.
But it's like you can't just throw. I don't even like that word. I hate that word. Obviously.
Depressed?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I've had like history with it, like as far as like my family and stuff like that. Like I don't know if I've ever, because I don't even know if anyone knows.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but I guess from like what I've dealt with in my past, like personally and with my family, like my immediate family, and then like knowing how that went, and then seeing people on Twitter just being like, been depressed for 3 weeks, yay, my life is crap.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you though? Like if you're tweeting like that, I feel like you're not. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being like ignorant, but
I feel like I don't know. Some people are different. I know at my lowest, it's when I'll kind of like disappear.
Yeah, that's always been my interpretation.
I'm not purposely not tweeting it because that's me, the depressed kid, not tweeting.
Yeah.
I'm just when I feel
out.
like that,
Yeah.
I'm gone.
I think maybe
I don't want anything to do with anything. I don't want to see anything. I don't want anyone to like text me or call me.
Yeah.
Are you okay? I just want to like be away.
You don't want attention.
Yeah.
That's like the whole point of it. And I mean, not point, but that's like the whole like that's what it in my eyes.
Well, you can say that, but maybe to them it's different.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. It's different to everybody. That's the thing with like mental stuff.
Yeah.
It's always different. But I feel like the one time maybe that I have felt that way, I was very checked out of just life in general. I was very like, I couldn't get up. I was in college at the time. I couldn't get up for school. I would lay in bed. Mm-hmm. The only time I would ever even like want to do anything was like play video games with Blake and George, and even they didn't know what was going on. And and then like
I know I've gotten better with it, and I would like to say it. You start understanding these moments more as you get older because you'll just have more of them.
Yeah.
You'll like be self-aware and know it, especially with the internet nowadays, there's so many videos that you can relate to, and the more you go through it, the more you're going to realize how to get out of it. So it's like, I remember when I was younger and like went through my first time that I can remember being depressed. It was like a year thing. It wasn't like a couple days, couple weeks. It was like a year or maybe years of like being depressed. And then there'd be like, obviously I'm not in bed for a year. Like you go in and out of it kind of, but ultimately you can say it wasn't a good fucking year at all.
Right. It always hits like when you're alone at night. Yeah. And you're just like thinking like, what?
But as you get older, and that's why people see me like in and out of the gym and in and out of eating healthy foods, and it's because I think as I've gotten older, instead of just like being sad forever, I'll be like, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what's going to make me feel better. Going to the gym, eating healthy food. So if I'm starting to feel down, I start doing that stuff. Yeah. But then I have the problem of doing that stuff, starting to feel good and being like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't feel
right
bad. Back. So I don't feel the need to do it.
Yeah.
But then there's times where it's like, fuck, I feel so tense and like depressed.
Gross,
I need to like fucking angry. I need to like fucking work out or move, or I'll force myself. But then eventually that'll go away, and then I'll like kind of stop working out. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah, it is a weird
but
thing.
It's real.
Yeah, no, it's definitely real.
I think especially in the esports, nowadays in the world in general, and I think a large part of it has to do with food and just the way society is run now.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the society part is very important too, because a lot of these people like there was a documentary that I think Damien was going to make. It's like one of the videographers in the scene. I think he was either going to make it or he was like promoting it or something. And it was like about Twitch streamers and their daily lifestyle. And it's like being a Twitch streamer is something that like a ton of people want to do. Like they want to be a successful Twitch streamer. But at the end of the day, it's like a relatively lonely job.
Yeah.
Like
you're talking to invisible people.
You're talking to a screen for 9 hours at a time. And then when you shut it off, you're alone.
Yeah.
And then you get to realize that not only are you alone, you've been alone for 9 hours. Yeah. You've just had people virtually watching. I feel like
it takes like a really strong person to be able to do that and like balance real life.
Yeah. Oh, for
like
sure.
Dr. Disrespect, fucking streaming 8 hours a day, but still balancing like
family.
Yeah, family, all that shit. Yeah. Because it's different. People think like we haven't had real jobs. Like,
yeah, that's true.
And like not at least, because here we have human to human interaction, but say like a Twitch streamer who doesn't like, humans have evolved from thousands and thousands of years of actual human interaction. So there's a disconnect when you're talking to a screen.
Yeah.
There's subconsciously something missing. Like it's something, I don't know what to call it. Your human instincts are like, where's the fucking humans?
Yeah. Where the like,
and I think your brain just like gets sort of a foggy depression because of that.
Yeah, and then you start just going through the motions where you're just looking down at chat, you're seeing this, you have your regular people, you say something to them really quick, but you don't know you don't know what they look like when they're talking, or you don't know what their characteristics are, or how they act, or how they're responding to what you're saying. It's like, it's literally just a one motion. It's like you're in a factory. Yeah. It's like you're doing your thing and then constantly looking over, reading chat. And it's like the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know. It's kind of,
you'll look over a chat, someone will say something, talk shit, and then it's like, you're back to your video game. Read it, look over, say hey to someone, back to your video game.
It's definitely, I don't know. I feel like this is taking like a dark turn as far as the podcast is concerned. But
I feel like our voices got quiet.
Yeah, I was just thinking
we got closer to the mic. Our voices got deeper.
But the other thing that I can't stand when people tweet, which is going to sound kind of, I don't want to be a douche.
Well, before you say this, let's just to end this streaming thing on a positive thing. It's also really, there's like, it's cool. I know with my stream and your stream, there's like it's like a little family kind of.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And there's people that are like, whenever I turn my stream on, they're always in there.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm like happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm happy to see those people. Yeah. I'm not saying, I was never saying I'm not happy to, interact with those people at all. It's just like it's a one-way interaction for the most part.
Yeah.
Like you see text and then you human respond. You don't see a human response to your human response.
Yeah.
It's just text.
There's like a touch and a feeling that's missing.
There's no sight or scent or well. Yeah. And then the second thing.
Anyways, what were you gonna depress us all with? Even more?
The second thing that I can't stand when I see people tweet. How do we even start that?
I said, what tweets do you hate?
Oh, because of your cringy tweets. Yeah. I would say it's like, this is gonna sound so douchey, but when people tweet out, about how much they love their fans. I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say this, man.
No, I think you can.
When people tweet out about how much
I don't know what you're gonna say after.
When people tweet out about how much they love their fans and they're push. Okay, this is a better way to put it, because it's not about their fans. It's not about them showing support to their fans, but they're like pushing the fact that they have fans. That's what I can't stand. And it's not ever successsul people. I'm not saying I'm watching like Nate Shot and him like saying, "Oh, thank you guys for stopping by the stream." Obviously, that's what you're gonna do, and not Nick Merckx. I'm talking about the people that had 8 viewers on their stream, and instead of being like, "Thank you guys for stopping by," they're like, "Oh, thank you all for the troops for the I don't even know what to call it. The
trooper poopers.
Yeah, thank you for the trooper poopers.
Thanks to all the trooper poopers who were in the poop stream tonight.
And it doesn't like, it's not like infuriating. I'm not gonna mute or block those people. Yeah. But it's just like, I don't know why it bothers me. It's like to me it feels like they're bragging about the fact that they have people that watch their stream, but. You know, I've never felt the need to brag about the fact that Optic has like a fan base or a supporters. Like, I don't know, it's just I just like show them my appreciation, and then that's all I feel like needs.
Yeah, I can't really say I'm on the same boat with you on this one.
That's fine. I mean, I know it's probably me being,
but I see and I get where you get that from. But then I think I have, and you do too, but like I have a soft spot for like, fuck, how can I say this without seeming douchey? I was going to say I have a soft spot for like the lesser people, but you're not less of a person. I have a soft spot for those like trying to like, make of something. Course,
yeah, so do I. But I just
so like even if it's like
doing it right,
like
because I used to stream prior to being here, I would stream no face cam Modern Warfare 2 matches, and I would have like 13 people in.
Yeah.
And then when I would tweet about it afterwards, I'd be like, "Thank you guys for stopping by." But I wasn't like Hitch Squad in the building. Like all you guys wish you guys were Hitches. In the gang community.
I don't know if anyone does that, do they?
I've seen it a few times. That's mostly what I'm talking about. So I'm not saying I hate little streamers.
He's shooting at someone. There's someone out there that is directly.
I'm not. There's no one in particular. I'm just saying I've seen it in the past.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And it's kind of frustrating. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But I enjoy, well, I don't enjoy, but I have like a soft spot for those who were like, who will have, 40 viewers and be like, and fucking feel, and they'll feel amazing off of it.
Yeah, of course.
Because like they don't have, they're not a part of like a brand or anything. Like they are just like starting from scratch.
Yeah, yeah. Unless those people are e-girls that are showing cleavage and.
I mean, you can't hate on that either.
So I would say the next thing.
First guest on the Flycast, Big Optic Hacks, straight here to flex. I just had some noodles in company, and I wrecked that shit.
I can't wait to have our first guest.
Who was it going to be?
Who would it be? Who wants it?
It's got to be
the juice.
Who wants the fly juiced?
I was about to say that. It'll probably end up being Bose.
You think so?
It'll either be Bose or like a celeb. If we somehow get a huge celebrity out there is like a fan of ours.
Like the Flycast featuring Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, like something like that. Like that'll be.
We're just like,
guess.
How's Chicago?
I got a beat. If you want to rap,
I liked acid rap a lot.
How do you think that would go?
I don't know. I'd be fine. I don't think there's anybody besides.
I think I would.
What were you about to say?
I think I would be fine. I would just probably take a couple shots, and then I think I'd be good. But I don't, dude. I'd fuck the mic up. I'd take a couple shots, and then I think we'd be good.
Okay, I get that. Yeah. Is there anybody in this?
Because I'm like I'm like a nervous person in general. So if I had it depends what celebrity. Some people, if it was like a actor, because I don't really watch shit, I probably wouldn't give a fuck. But if it was like a rapper,
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck, I need a shot.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna sit here like a rock.
Is there anybody that
And the mic goes up.
is there anybody that like, because I was just thinking about it, and I've kind of like mentally like trained myself, I guess, starting in like when I went to UMG Philly for the first time. I've been watching NITCH and Seth Scump videos for like, God, it scared me. I've been watching NITCH and Scump videos for like 2 years, and I was going to meet them for the first time, and I went in, and I remember saying to Blake, it's like, yo, when we see them, I'm not going to like get like starstruck or like fanboy or at all, because I'm just going to go in and like shoot and like use this as an opportunity. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully like make something in this where I'm going to separate myself from the fandom realm and like try to do something business wise, or like just, try to get myself into the scene. And so like
that's pretty important.
Yeah, super important. Crazy important. Because the second somebody comes up to you and it's like the second somebody comes up to Hex, you can literally watch him separate the two. Mm-hmm. Into like, should we, like, are you a fan? Are you talking to me like that? Or
but then there's going to be people who are going to try to do that, to not be the fan. But it's like, dude, you're trying to not be the fan.
Yeah,
now.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like a difficult thing to balance.
It's a thin line for sure. It's a very thin line. And so I feel like I've I don't want to like boost my own bubble, but I feel like I've mastered that line. And so I feel like if I ever did meet like a B or A-list celebrity, I think I'd be pretty cool about it, with the exception of like 5 people. Like if Drake sat down, I'd be like,
fuck, that would be
like, you say it,
dude, I'd have so many questions.
Yeah, of course. But your questions, you would have to stumble.
Do you ever
them
get
out.
nervous? Are you single? You think your girl's fucking with you?
But it's like, you think about it, like I honestly like can't even like comprehend what that would be like. If Drake sat down, if Jay-Z sat down, I mean, I feel like it would be even really weird for me personally if like Casey Neistat sat down. I'd be like,
yeah,
like what?
Dude, that'd be kind of surreal.
Yeah,
to like see him in the flesh.
Yeah,
Just
I don't think he is
sitting in that chair over there.
I don't know if he is real. We're all looking at that chair. I guess, like, is there anybody that you have?
Probably like a Joe Rogan.
Okay.
A Joe Rogan, of course.
He would out-podcast the shit out of us.
Yeah. It would be his. Actually, no, it wouldn't. He wouldn't, because he's fucking. He's the best.
Yeah,
so he would make it our podcast still,
true.
because he understands that it's our podcast and he's a guest. Because I've seen him on other podcasts, and it's like he's that aware and like he's that conscious of a person, which I appreciate. Other than that, I don't know. Of course, the huge artists, rappers.
Right.
I'm trying to think of if there'd be someone like
Will
interesting
Smith?
that.
Will Smith.
Yeah,
maybe?
Will Smith, of course.
Will Smith said. We gotta find a different place to do this.
Yeah, fuck this. We're going back to Mixwell's room. Just while Mixwell's playing too, because it wouldn't even
affect him.
He's just. We're just podcasting. That'd actually be like a cool background.
Yeah, just Mixwell playing.
Just Mixwell in the background. Just.
Yeah. Another like thought that I had prior to what we were talking about, when you were talking about how like the fluctuation of YouTube comments and basically like what people like, the expectations.
Actually, sorry to interrupt, but Dr. Disrespect. Whenever I did meet him though, that was like a surreal moment, because I was like, you're the first guy and I said this to him. I was like, you're the only guy I like genuinely watch, like how people have their favorite TV shows.
Yeah.
I don't watch TV. I don't really watch movies. I don't watch streams, but I watch him.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
a fan. And
Dude.
so I met him, and it was like, and with his mask, with his
everything off.
everything. I met.
You met his government.
I
name.
met Dr. Disrespect, and I met his government name.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. But
Yeah. Well, it's out there.
I guess it is out there. But
and I met him.
dude, I am like obsessed. I don't want to say obsessed because that sounds like I'm like super over exaggerating, but I'm super interested in that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I guess like method acting and stuff like that, and like people that put on like a persona. Mm-hmm. And so I get really into knowing what they're like outside of that. I do it with actors all the time. Like I want to watch all the interviews with different actors.
Every actor is just like so cool.
Yeah.
And that's a reason why every like most huge actors like Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith, all those guys, Denzel, if you sit there and watch an interview with them or see them out of a movie, it's like they'd be so cool to just like talk to.
Yeah.
Like they're just cool ass people.
Yeah.
And that's why they're good ass actors too.
Yeah. Is there like a phenomenal actor or actress? Is that just a terrible person? I don't even know if they're.
I think not a terrible person. Who's he might be a director actually. I'm sure directors are definitely different. No, I think it is an actor. I can't think of his name though.
But
It's something Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino?
I think it might be Quentin Tarantino. Is he an actor?
I think so.
I think he's,
I don't watch. We're gonna get roasted. This is what I'm saying.
I think I've heard people talk about him that like knew him in the industry, and I think he's like
Quentin.
the crazy dude, but that's why he's so good. Is 'cause
Okay,
he's crazy.
yeah. That makes sense.
But he's also like people like him.
Yeah, he is.
But he's just like the crazy dude, and that's like what makes him so good.
Yeah, he directed Django Unchained.
Maybe it might not be him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, you're saying there's somebody.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Because I've done this like a shit ton in the past. Like, you know the guy on the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, what's his name?
The comedian?
Yeah, what's his name?
The
Get Her
plumber
Done,
dude?
yeah.
Fucking what is his
Larry the Cable Guy.
yeah.
I used to watch
That's
I watched
a really
his,
good
like,
example.
I watched his like original stuff before he got into that character, and it's like I want to meet people like that so bad because I just want to know what they're like off camera because they're so secretive about it because their character, their Dr. Disrespect, has gotten so popular that they're like.
I feel like Larry's probably pretty similar.
No, in his original like stand up prior to Larry the Cable Guy.
Really?
He's like a normal guy.
Really?
Super normal.
I'd have to see it.
Dude, it's crazy. And then like George W. Bush
Because
also.
I can only imagine him just like a toned down Larry the Cable Guy.
No, it's like completely different.
That's weird.
And then like George W. Bush prior to like him being like super in the spotlight, like didn't really have that much of a Southern accent. And then when he started running for president, he tripled his Southern accent.
Jesus.
And so it's like I was really interested in that. And then also, I know for a fact that Riff Raff. I've talked about this many times to you probably.
Yeah.
That Riff
We
Raff.
were just talking about this yesterday.
Riff Raff. There is a video out there somewhere on the internet of Riff Raff being
That's
out of
weird how we
character.
talked about this yesterday, and then it's somehow
Coming back around.
It's not even like we just like started that subject.
Yeah.
It's like it's somehow formed into this.
Yeah. But I just want, I want to like eventually. That's why when people ask me, I've come to terms, or I've finally like made it definite that when people ask me what's the one person you want to meet in the world and like hang out with, I always say Riff Raff, and they look at me like I'm crazy. But I want to know what
It's
he's
probably
like.
not though.
Dude.
Though your one person to meet's gonna be Riff Raff.
Yeah.
There's no way. I refuse to believe if you were dying and they said you can meet one person and they'll come to you, you're gonna choose Riff Raff.
But what are you going to get out of it? That's the thing. With me meeting Riff Raff,
What are you gonna get out of that?
knowing. I'm going to know.
I need
Because
this
nobody
answer.
knows right now. Nobody knows besides maybe his PR team, his lawyers,
You just said
his
you
family.
know. You
Yeah,
said,
I know.
for
I
a
know that
fact."
there's a video out there.
You're like the crazy Illuminati guy. Except
No, what?
your Illuminati is Riff Raff. And you
I'm the
are
crazy Riff Raff guy?
You're a Riff Raff conspiracy theorist.
Dude, okay, listen.
And you're gonna create a documentary.
Listen. If I was a conspiracy theorist, actually, I'm about to say the most conspiracy theorist shit ever. There's a video out there. He's out of character. He's eating crab.
You sound like such a conspiracy theorist.
And he's out of character talking. And the video doesn't exist anywhere. You can Google it. The video doesn't exist anywhere because he took it down because he didn't want to be seen out of character. And that's what I'm saying. If I was in a room, alone with Riff Raff, prove to him that there were no cameras on. I was not recording anything. I threw away. I EMP'd the room, and I would just be like, "What's up?" What if he was just like, "What's up, man?"
Hey.
I would be like,
"What if he was just
like,
hey,
hey, how are
Hi.
you?" I would just be like,
the cameras. I just have to turn into this other person."
But it's like if I could meet anyone and I chose, I don't know, like Drake or Jay-Z or somebody, they're gonna
You
be
know what
like,
you're gonna get.
they're gonna be like, "Yeah, what's up, man? It's a pleasure meeting you."
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "It was a pleasure meeting you," but you're not gonna like get anything out of it. Whereas like, I go into Riff Raff knowing what I want.
I can see that. It makes sense. But I guess if I was on if I had to choose one person, I don't know, man. Who would it be?
Dude, I feel like
I think it would be someone who has. It might be like a George Bush or something.
like George W. Bush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone I have some questions. Or maybe like a George Bush Sr. Or like the CEO of Bank of America. Or like someone like that. And just be like,
get to your like,
because they run the country. And they know some shit.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
Like George
I
Bush,
get you.
George W. Bush, he probably knows some shit.
That's true. He went through like the worst times in.
And all the conspiracies behind him
Yeah.
and his dad and Bin Laden and all that shit. Like
Bin Laden,
that would be
9/11,
Katrina,
Katrina,
something to fucking.
the stock market crashing or whatever,
Yeah.
like, or the housing market. It's like literally those four things happened in one presidency. How unlucky you have to be as a president.
Is it luck? Though?
Unlucky. That's why it's unlucky.
Is it luck?
Dude, what if he like if it's not if whatever conspiracy theories aside, George W. Bush is elected president and he's just like, I did it, and now the whole world just crashes onto him with the worst stuff possible.
George Bush just wanted to make music. He's just in there like this. Suddenly he's fucking the devil.
He's the wick.
He was.
That's hilarious. All right, guys, this has been probably the most ranted Flycast in a while, but it's been a while since we've done this. It's been a lot of fun.
I feel like it's almost like a therapy, not kind of like a therapy.
Yeah, it's fun
It's
to
like
just sit down and talk.
Like I feel more relaxed than what I did an hour ago.
Yeah, same. So do I. I could actually take a nap.
No.
No naps. I don't take naps.
We can't end it like this. Fuck. They're against us again.
Now they hate you again.
Back to George.
All right, we're ending it though.
Yeah.
All right, so that is going to do it. Do we have outro music?
Dude, I legit forgot my part.